What's up, DarkAvengerINCPlus? It's J. Al, and I'm here. No intro this time, just gonna skip straight to the review of All New X-Men, issue number 15. That cover says it all. Beast and Jean Grey. Cyclops in the background. No! Now, I said this in my main channel, Comic Reviews, when I gave a little blurb mini review about it. But if you're like me and you shipped anybody other than that stuck up pretty boy, goody goody two shoes, Boy Scout, Scott Summers, with Jean Grey, shipped anybody else, doesn't matter who, Wolverine, blah 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 blah, Wolverine. If you shipped anybody differently with Jean Grey, then you'll enjoy this issue. And as a guy, and as guys in general, I think guys can relate to this issue. It's a filler, so you could skip it. But if you like romance, you'll definitely enjoy this. But let me explain why guys can relate to this. Alright, so pretty much I'm going to talk about the Jean and Beast thing first. With Jean and Beast. So, every guy has that one girl that got away that, you always think about, what if I told her? What if I got the courage to actually, get out of that friend zone and tell her how I felt? But you just couldn't because you chickened out. Every guy has that one. There's always one. And for old Hank McCoy, that one is Jeannie. And there, present day Hank is training Jean on how to use her telekinesis and stuff like that. He's very impressed with her under control at such a young age, her amount of power, stuff like that. But as they're doing this and as they're working, as they're fixing Logan's bike, Beast is thinking and Jean is reading his thoughts, and he's just like, look at her, she's beautiful, she looks exactly like she looked when I first fell in love with her. If only I had gotten my face out of the books and actually told her how I feel and not just watched as she pined over Scott Summers all these years, how different our lives could have been. You feel for Beast because it may seem creepy if you think about it in a time travel sense, but I don't think of it as creepy. I mean, you love somebody, it'll stick with you. That's the whole main message of that. And so Jean talks to past Hank about it, young Hank, and he's caught off guard, and then the cover is the spoiler alert. This happens. No Cyclops in the background, but this happens, and that's the Beast and Jean story in a nutshell. It was great. I enjoyed it. I feel like it was handled a lot better than it could have. That was good. There were some really funny interactions with Rachel Grey and Jean Grey. Because Rachel is Jean's daughter from the future, or from an alternate future. And the reason, she doesn't know that Jean is at the school is because, well, while the all new X-Men were at the school, she was working with the X-Women, or the X-Men team led by Storm, with all the other female X-Men. And then while Rachel was at the school, teaching students, with Wolverine and the X-Men and stuff like that, I'm assuming that that was the time when Jean and the other original X-Men were off doing whatever it was, chasing Mystique and all that stuff. So that's why they've never interacted before, and Rachel had no idea, and she was just going to take a shower, and then Jean steps out of the bathroom, and they kind of just look at each other and walk away. That was That was a great interaction there. And so yeah, that was good. I enjoyed. That was a funny moment with Jean and Rachel. There's another sub story with Scott and Bobby. They go to a fair. I didn't really enjoy that one as much. It was kind of boring, a little generic. It was them realizing, hey, the 21st century is kind of improved. You know, people are actually more accepting now, and that's kind of obvious. And the way they presented it was a little cheesy. And the thing that really annoyed me was young Bobby. You know, he was watching older Bobby make out with Kitty Pryde, and he was just like, "Oh my God, I'm dating my own teacher." But and then Scott's like, "Dude, that's your older self. It's fine." He's like, "But she hates me. You know, but it's weird. She's always so mean to me. She hates me. But why is she making out with me then?" And then it's like Scott's like, "She likes the man you've become." And I don't know, Bobby was getting on my nerves because he just kept saying, "I'm dating Kitty Pryde. I can't believe I'm dating Kitty Pryde." Blah 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 blah. It was kind of annoying there, but this was still a very solid issue. It's a skippable one because they have to do a filler issue before they get into the big battle for the atom. But it's a good filler issue if you're into romance. If you want to see Jean with someone other than Cyclops, pick this issue up. Highly recommend it. 4 out of 5. Well, that's it for this review. Leave your comments on the issue in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to Dark Avenger Inc. Plus and all the individual members of Dark Avenger Inc. Plus, including Spider-Man 1991, the Good Fat Stack of Comics Mark, the Bagging and Boarding Bad Boy, and Chloe, the Geek Chic Comic Mystique. And of course, there's Gobby, Blue Goblin 01 or Blue Goblin X, and then the Honorable Warrior himself, the Mount Vernon Kid Chris, and of course, yours truly, the head of the House of Al Ghul, J. Al Ghul. Subscribe to all our channels, and don't forget to subscribe to Ink Plus, and leave your comments on this issue in the comments below. See you guys later, and remember, once a comic book geek, always a comic book geek. See ya. Peace.